Excited.
Yeah, that's true. You do know. That's true.
Okay, let's start. So this is the third episode of Undisputed, featuring Havoc and me, Zizaran. Havoc, thank you for joining
Hello.
us.
No problem. This is really impromptu. This is like, hey, you want to get on Undisputed podcast like 2 hours ago? I'm like, sure. And he's like, oh yeah, I get a cam by the way. I'm like, okay, let's do it. Let's just do it.
And he's wearing a
So we're gonna
tabula. How cool is that?
wear a tablet every single day.
Oh, really? Wait, you don't change
I'm
shirts?
kidding. I'm kidding. No, I'm not changing shirts. The white t-shirt though, it's all
Well, that's
about the white.
awesome. So we're gonna talk about Incursion League, the Temple of Azotl. By the way, I nailed that the first time somehow.
Nice.
League
I can't
starters
say it yet.
and Soul Self on Hardcore. By the way, that's
Nice.
what we're gonna do. So Incursion, like, I'm excited for a lot of things. Like, there's so many balance changes and shit.
Yeah, it's like honestly, I didn't choose my build until 2 hours ago when you're like, yo, just play totems. You're probably gonna be good at it. So and if you didn't tell me, I'd probably still be sitting here going like, I have no idea what to play. Everything
Yeah,
seems OP.
like,
It's too much OP.
so for those of you who don't know, there's been a lot of people saying like totems are slow and stuff, and I'm just sitting here like, no, not really. Not with
I think the
Hierophant.
totems are pretty fast. Yeah.
Yeah, like the benefits that totem have, and for those of you who don't know, I'm doing arc totems as my starter, and like you slap it down, it's super fast, like clear speed, and like for example, if you're a Sunder Jug, right, or a Sunder Gladiator or whatever, you have to like be stuck in your multi-strike thing, and yeah, it's pretty fast, but like putting down a totem and then running, and like it's faster to loot as well. Like you have so much more time
Yeah,
for looting.
exactly. That's the biggest thing, looting, because you have to loot a lot in SSF. Hardcore, by the way. So totems are pretty good.
Yeah, and like we're getting the Vol Arc as well, which is another more multiplier damage. It actually does single target now because there's 105% more damage for Arc on the first attack. So just with a Bright Beak, I was calculating it would be around 400,000 or something damage with Arc on a Bright Beak. And then if you get
Yeah, it's
Shimmerons,
pretty insane.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's insane. So I might not even change, but like that's the thing I like the most about that as a starter build is that you have so much like options. You can change to Flame Blast totems, you can change to Glacial Cascade totems, Freezing Pulse totems, and you can also change to Inquisitor if all else fails.
Yeah, you're 100% correct on that. Like I was thinking about Infernal Blow last night when I saw the numbers. Like, yo, it actually seems like decent, and it'd definitely be like pretty hipster because no one else is playing it. But as you said, it might just suck. And then I'm sitting there with like a level 90 jug, thinking, okay, what do I do now, right? Whereas Hierophant, go Inquisitor after, I can play almost anything. So
I
it's
know.
a very flexible option.
Yeah, and it's so safe. Like I was thinking a little bit about Elementalist, but it's got so little effective HP, which I just can't afford to have. I
Yeah,
end up with like
exactly.
6k effective HP at level 97. I'm like, I don't want
Yeah,
that.
it's pretty monk ass, especially like going MOM builds and you have to run auras. That's why
Yeah.
totem so good.
Yeah, the only thing I'm a little bit worried about with the Arc Totems is that I feel kind of forced to find a Call of the Brotherhood.
Uh, yeah, I don't know. That's actually one issue I have with Arctomes and Hyro. Like, how do you shatter like consistently? Like, I kind of want to run Herald Device, but like it's not that good.
It doesn't
So
restore that much, thankfully. It's 25%.
yeah, yeah, it's not bad. And is Call of the Brotherhood like really that good on the Hyro compared to Inquisitor? Like, I don't know, man. It's like I think I'd rather get like some penetration in there. Penetration's like really strong, especially for bosses.
You're gonna need
But
cold damage no matter what you do.
yeah, that's true. That's true. You always have to shatter. If you leave corpses, like you're
Yeah,
gonna die.
I'll probably not get penetration except from like Blaze Oak, and that I can balance to penetrate both cold and lightning anyway.
Yeah. You have to do
Um,
masters then to sync up your res.
yeah. Oh yeah, for sure. I was gonna do that
Skipping is
anyway
pretty
though.
annoying. Like, I'm not a fan of that. I'll skip
Nah,
masters
because
in paid leagues.
I mean it's mostly just Elrond though. I'll be able to balance it fairly easy on my jewelry.
Yeah, that's true. You get a lot of all resist on the tree, anyways, like Templar. You
Yeah.
can get it on Witch if you want. So
The
there's a
only
lot of
thing I
options.
really hate leveling is Haku. Haku is
Yeah,
just
he is
anti-fun.
pretty annoying. You just have to slowly drag him along. It's like, come on, bro. Well, it's better than Katarina, which I haven't decided if I'm gonna
No,
go or
no,
not.
no, no, no. I completely disagree.
Really, you
Yeah.
think Hawk missions are worse than Katarina?
Are you kidding
Really?
me? Just go for the missions that only have 6 or 9 corpses. They're always just destroy. You just click it, destroy it, and then you've
I
done the
guess that's
mission.
true. That's true. You just click all of them. It's just like Elrion, right? Endgame Elrion. We only do the kill missions
Yeah,
anyways, so
that's the thing. On
makes sense.
Haku, you're forced to do bad missions. Everything
That's
else is
true.
fine. Or
That's
at
true.
least
That's a
everything
good
else
point,
has
actually.
nice alternatives. Haku doesn't. Haku just you're fucked.
Yeah.
So
Like, I'll
that's
write
not
that down.
great.
That was a good tip. I did not know that, so that's gonna help me a lot. I would have just done every Katarina mission.
Oh no,
Good
fuck
stuff.
that. I mean, there's sometimes where you see the totem and you're like, oh, it's right there. I'll take 10 seconds. So
Yeah,
that's
exactly.
okay.
Like you already passed it earlier in the map, and you find it. So
Yeah, Raichu's
exactly.
fine as well because at least it's a free exile.
Yeah, it's XP. Some loot. It's good stuff.
How do you feel about all the other like? How do you feel about the changes to Val gems?
It's pretty exciting, right? Because we don't know like what's OP, what's not OP. Like Vol Arc looks pretty badass. Vol Flame Blast, or if that just one shots bosses, right? Then like Vol BV. So there's a lot of like cool new skills, but at the same time, there's a lot of like nerfs, right? We can't just spam Vol Grace anymore. Like on my last character, I had Vol Grace, Vol Clarity, and I could spam
Yep.
them like every 2 seconds, right? But not anymore. So you actually have to think now instead of just like clicking it whenever. So I think it's a good thing. It's a good change. What
And
about you?
how did you? Yeah, I agree. But did you see the flask, the Val flask?
Okay, that kind of made me mad, and it's basically what Uber Lead said. So it's like when you had sack harvest and stuff in the game, like you kind of balance it around that. So I kind of feel like they're balancing the vol skills around the flask, just like why
Hmm.
not just make all vol skills OP and then not introduce the flask, right? So
Yeah. Yeah. No,
I'm
I
not too
was.
much of a fan. It feels mandatory.
The only thing about it is the flask doesn't get in charges while the flask is in use. So you can technically only do like, say you're playing Valspark, you could do Valspark,
Yeah,
Valspark, then you have to wait.
true.
So it's not like we can chain it again. But still, I don't know. It's interesting, and I like the change a lot that you can start getting. So now you can get souls of both rares and unique monsters. Thing is, it's not like if I one hit a unique monster, I'm not gonna get a bunch of souls. It's every like 2% life or something they lose.
Yeah.
So technically, if you really want to use Val skills in fights, you can like whittle them away with something that doesn't like do that much damage, and then you'll fill up your Val skill fast.
Wait, so how does the mechanic work exactly? Sorry if I'm making you repeat yourself. For when you're fighting a boss, 'cause
Yeah,
I heard
so
you can use
it's
vol skills on
every
lab now.
yep, it's every 2% life. I think that it's missing, and there's a cooldown on it. So it's like something every
Oh,
1
interesting.
second or something. You can if you do 2% damage, you get souls.
One soul.
Something
So
like that.
I can just use my main skill to get souls from my vault skill.
Yeah,
That's actually pretty cool. I didn't know that.
yeah.
Cool.
So
I'm
for
learning so
example,
much today. This is awesome. I like this.
but yeah, I mean it's great. It's a great change, and I mean they can balance this in the future if they feel like it's too high or too low. But at least this is a big
Yeah.
mechanical change.
Mm-hmm. Damn, it's
Uh,
OP.
but yeah, I'm excited, and there's lots of new Val skills coming too. Like while Earthquake and a lot of old ones have been getting reworks. Like for example, for like people who are playing Sunder or Earthquake, there's a lot of people talking about you might be able to use either Val Earthquake or Val Double Strike for like additional
Yep.
single target.
Vol double strike looks insane. Like the flat fizz on it is like actually nuts.
Yeah.
So I'm pretty excited about that.
Yeah.
If I was to play Thunderglad. Thankfully, I'm not a Thunder boy like Rice QT, so I'm safe.
Well, the nice thing about it is even if you like say you manage to get like a stat stick, but maybe with one supported gem, then you can have like a 5 link single target, which is gonna be
Yeah.
huge.
It's crazy. Yeah, it's actually huge.
And you can just dump that at the boss and be like, oh, sweet, boss is dead.
Yep.
So there's a lot of exciting changes in that regard. Other than that, I actually haven't really tested a lot for Incursion League, so I don't really know that much about it. I tried like one like Portal to the Past. So
Yeah.
I'm going in fairly blind. Like I haven't like seen the actual temple and stuff. Um, I think it looks really cool in like Ziggy's videos. That's pretty much all I've seen. I'm
Yeah.
especially really excited for the fact that you can get Aziri in the temple.
Oh, that's honestly like so huge. I kind of hated like going through the whole Aziri thing, especially in SSF. But the fact that I can just randomly kill her in the temple, it's pretty awesome. I'm like really excited for that.
Yeah, that's what I want to discuss the most. Do you think in the races, like either in like team races or SSF, do you think this is going to be a mechanic we're going to engage with?
So incursions, 100% we're gonna engage with them because like they're really short. You can like full clear them like super fast for like 5-10 seconds unless you have like a nice build. The temple, I'm honestly not too sure. It's like I think from like the one temple I've done in alpha that it's like pretty good, and just from watching the videos, if you have really high mobility, aka if you're a Sunder boy, but for anyone else where you have like low mobility and you're backtracking and stuff, I don't know if it's gonna be that great. So it's hard to say. But then again, if it gives you map sustain and stuff like that,
Yeah.
it might be like pretty important for like a T16, T15 sustain strat. So it depends. Like no one really knows, man. That's actually kind of the crazy thing about this league.
Yeah.
No one really knows what the best strat is. No one knows what the best build is. We're all going in blind, and it's just like see who wins. You know, it's pretty cool.
Well, so like that's the thing. Like, how early do you think we're gonna be engaging with this mechanic? Like, do you think you're gonna be doing it already at like level 10, or do you think you're gonna be waiting?
I think I will probably try a couple like really early, just to get a bunch of extra loot, stuff like that. Just maybe help me get some alterations, some transmutes, help me craft my +1. Then after that, I'll probably skip majority of them
Mhm.
until like Blood Aqueduct, because I believe they do drop divination cards, so it's gonna should help your tabula farm.
Wow,
It's pretty huge.
it's crazy. Yeah, no, that's really exciting. That means we'll probably be able to get shaped on other items too. Like from what they've said,
Yeah.
that should be the case.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm always like wary with new mechanics. Like, like I didn't think we would be doing breach until maps, for instance.
Yeah. It's like, oh, then again, even with Breach, right? Okay, so here's one thing I thought about. So with Breach, it's basically like you need currency, you do Breach. You need map drops, you do Breach. Oh, you're now like you have a million maps, you have a million exalts, chaos, sextants, whatever, right? Then you start skipping them, right? Or you try to like pop them, run away, come back right as it's about to finish, and then you finish it, right? So with the temple, we might do that. Okay, I'm not really rich right now. I don't have a lot of currency. I need gear. Let's just do it no matter what, even if it is worse XP per hour.
Mhm.
And like once like your build is going, like you're going zoom in the maps, I think then you skip them. But
Yep.
incursions every single time, all the time, in my opinion.
Yeah, and like as we've seen as well, you can get Horizon Orbs, which is going to be absolutely fucking huge, especially for those of
Oh,
us who are
that's
playing
so
solo Sulfan, by the way.
by the way.
So yeah, it's kind of interesting. I think I'll probably be taking my time a little bit more. I feel like rushing is always scary in these. Like especially
Yeah,
in solo Sulfan. Like I'm not gonna have a team that can like explore the map and stuff. So dying 4 hours in, that's
exactly.
4 hours down.
Yeah, it's really big, which is, gotta play a tanky build. So I think like playing something a bit slower, but that, you're comfortable with, you're consistent with, and it's tanky. It's not a bad idea. Not dying is a good thing. Who would have thought?
Yep. And something else I'm really excited about in Incursion is there's so much competition now. Like both the people that
Yeah,
normally play Trade League are jumping over to SSF, and there's already loads of good like SSF players like Ventura, Isla, Nice Shot, Rise. Like there's lots of good competition, so I think it'll be a lot of fun.
might disagree with some of those names, but we'll leave that for another time. Well, actually, one of the names you mentioned actually disagreed with what you just said. He said the trade league players will have no impact on the SSF competition. Rai said that, by the way.
I
I'm sure you know.
mean, I don't like talking shit, I
Yeah,
just like
but I
doing
do though.
results.
It's
I
just
know.
friendly banter.
I
Friendly
know.
banter.
I know. Like I just like doing results. Like for example, like all the way in Mayhem, I was like, we'll see who wins, and then we did it. We
Yeah,
did
that's
it.
what I'm thinking right now. We'll see who wins, right? Maybe the trade people will own it up. Maybe they won't. We'll
Yeah.
see.
I think the most likely player to win, I would say, is Quinn. I don't know if you've seen his Beat Saber streams lately, but the boy's
I
got some
haven't.
moves. So I think it'll be. I'd say like Quinn is most likely to win.
Yeah, I don't really know a lot about him, but like I've seen you on Beat Saber, and I've seen you struggle. So sounds like he has a really good chance. Looking forward to it. We'll
Yeah,
look at the
like
results.
I'm really excited. Like usually, like it's so split up. Now everyone's on the same league. There's so much
Yeah,
competition. I'm so hyped, really hyped.
yeah. I
Um,
think it's gonna be crazy. Even Steelmage is coming. I don't know if you
oh,
mentioned
that's
it, but
awesome. What about
yeah,
Gucci?
it's. I think Gucci's going casual trade league with Dan. He's not feeling the SSF push.
Uh,
Neither is Dan, unfortunately.
Yeah, like SSF for me is sort of something like every time I play it, I hate it, and then I forget how much I hate it, and I'm like, oh man, I haven't done SSF. I haven't done SSF in a while. Let's do
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, I think it should be fun. I'm actually looking forward to it. I feel like the incursions in Temple should bring enough loot to make it, not a bland standard experience. I'm really looking forward to this league.
Yeah. So, and for this league, like, have you thought about like what kind of league starters are you recommending for other people?
Well, obviously Sunder's pretty good. I mean, like anything that was good last league is gonna be good this league, right? There weren't really any nerfs in the patch notes to my knowledge, and they just buff like a million skills. Now it's like, okay. They just add those into that like starter build pile. So honestly, my advice is like play something that you think you're gonna enjoy. Because if you're having fun, then you're gonna go fast and like all that good stuff. You don't want to re-roll like 10 hours in because like you borrow your build. That's like the worst thing.
Oh, for
So I'd
sure.
say pick something that's that's going to be decent, and then just pick something you think you'll enjoy. What about you?
Well,
What do you
like,
recommend?
there's so many more options now. Like, normally I would say, like, never go bow for a starter, but with Mirage
Yeah,
Archer, like, even bow feels pretty okay. So I feel like you can literally do anything now. Like, obviously, there are, like, a lot of things. Totems is, like, such a strong choice, and it's so much more fun now because of Hierophant. Like, I used to trash all over Hierophant, and I would, like, why are you playing Hierophant? Oh my god.
yeah,
But,
exactly.
but
But it's
now,
pretty good,
like,
man.
it's like,
Placement
it's the
speed's
placement
nice.
speed. Like it's
Mm-hmm.
just so good, like placement speed. Like it feels really nice, feels really fluid, and you have so many choices. It's like, oh, I don't like this here. Let me just switch this one gem over, and boom, I can do another build basically.
Yeah, exactly. It's really
Um,
flexible. So if you're playing as stuff, highly recommend playing a build that's very flexible, or just a class.
yeah,
Good idea.
yeah. That's the thing. Like I feel a little bit limited with like Earthquake, Thunder, and Former like end game bosses. Like I feel like I wouldn't be like it's not something I've played that much. That's why I don't
Yeah.
want to do it because I wouldn't feel comfortable taking that into like
Yeah,
Shaper
same
to
here.
get the 16
Exactly.
orb. Whereas someone like Venturia, for example, or like another Thunder Boy, like might be more comfortable doing that. And I feel like
Mhm.
tier 16 orb will be pretty big.
I haven't decided about that yet. Like, I'm kind of thinking, do I want to, do the shape map strategy, T11, T15, Underground Sea, Belfries, Estuary, or do I just go kill Shaper, try to get my T16 map, go a bit slower early on, but like go faster later? So I don't know, man. It's options. I don't know what's better. Like
I know.
T16 strat might be better, but T11, T15 strat's like pretty reliable. So
The only other
I
thing,
don't know. Hard
the
to
only
say.
other thing with that as well is if I go for tier 16s, do I bother doing like the shape tier 11 into shape tier 12 to get all my Elder Orbs, or do I just go
Yeah.
straight for like actual maps because I need to get a tier 16 anyway?
Like both options are good. I feel like you do want to get some XP early on. Like you want to be high level. Like T16, T15 maps are like no joke, especially when solo. So it's not an easy decision. It's not like an easy
It's pretty
question to
hard.
answer.
And
Yeah.
getting the Elder on like tier 11 to 15s as well could be really hard. So,
Yeah.
how do you feel about Elder Ring changes? Like, I don't think it's worth
Uh
setting a full one up. I think we're going to be doing Elder Blotches.
yeah, we'll be doing elder blobs, squares, triangles, dodecahedrons, whatever you want to call them. Like we'll be having a bunch of those. But what do you think about the change in general though? Like I thought it was kind of a cool mechanic other than the RNG of your elder spawn, but like it took a
Yeah,
while to learn, but once you learned it, it was like very rewarding to set it up. And like it
yeah,
wasn't easy. It's not something you can do like day one, day two. I mean, you
I
kind of
liked
can, but
it.
like not really.
I like the mechanic. I always like when there's something sort of like niche and something you have to learn.
Yeah.
And it's not like it was like a necessity for new players and stuff. Like you don't need it to
Hmm.
play the game. And then if you wanted to like take it to the next level, you could learn like how do I set up an Elder Ring. So I
Yeah,
really
exactly.
enjoyed that actually. So I would have liked the changes to be that the Elder was no longer RNG, but that you could still set up an Elder Ring.
Yeah, I'm all for that. I think it was a very rewarding mechanic. They just removed it because it wasn't intended, right? But sometimes a lot of cool things come from stuff that wasn't intended. So
Yeah,
I was for it.
always stuff like that in the past as well. Like look at
Yeah.
Righteous Fire. They never intended for us to use Righteous Fire as a main skill.
Yeah, it was supposed to just be a temporary thing, right? And here we are. It's like pretty good starter build now. It's really
Yeah.
cool.
And it was also meant to be used as like, to power up your spark or
Yeah.
freezing pulse. Now we're using it like, oh, we're running around killing everything.
Yeah, exactly. It's awesome.
Let's see. So like how much like practice have you done for the Soul Self-Fun?
Basically zero. Like I played two builds that I knew I wasn't gonna play in alpha. Like I played like a chopper to like level 30 and played a range of arrows, rain of arrows character just to give some feedback, right? Because I knew I wasn't actually gonna play them in the actual league. Because I do want the game to be pretty good, right? I want to give feedback, right? So other than those two characters, basically zero. I did like one temple maybe, but I
Hmm.
still don't really know what's going on. I don't know like what are the OP rooms, where do I get like nice stuff. I basically know nothing.
Yeah. And when was the last time you played like SSF in a league or race?
Honestly, over a year ago or
Yeah.
two. It was like Mayhem or Turmoil. Like I played a Thunder character to like 98, 99 or something, like Slayer. It's a long time ago. It was before War of the Atlas.
Yeah,
Over a year ago, I'd say.
Last time I played it properly as well was like the Mayhem I won, and then I played
Yeah,
it like at the end of this league to get some practice. Got like level 90 or something. I can't remember.
yeah.
And it was good. It was good practice. How much like of a disadvantage do you feel that we are to like like veteran solo self-on players like Rice, Uber Elite, Ventura?
I do think like playing SSF, does give you like if for them, right? They've been playing a lot of SSF, so might have some slight advantages there, but it's nothing that we won't be able to like learn or overcome like within a day or two.
Yeah,
Just like maybe we forget to pick up certain currencies, maybe our loot filter is a bit too strict. We should show a bit more like transmutes or like whatever, right? So they might know some things that we don't, but it's not like big secrets, right? We'll learn them too as we play.
yeah.
I think we're pretty good players, so I think we have pretty good odds, pretty good chance.
So if you're not allowed to name yourself, who do you think is the most likely person to win? Like who's your favorite?
Hmm. Honestly, that's actually a really hard question.
It is.
Maybe. Yeah, I kind of want to say Ventura, not gonna lie. But he's
Yeah.
only done like 100 overall, so
I
he's
say
not that
Steel.
experienced. That is true, but
Steel's really
Steel
fast.
hasn't played in a while. He hasn't played in a while. Isn't he like us? He hasn't played in a while, so
Yeah, but like the last time he won a SSF league, he had so low playtime.
that's true. That's true. I think if Nice Shot was playing, I'd probably
Oh
vote
yeah.
for him.
Oh yeah,
If
for
like
sure.
he was like in his groove and like he usually practices a lot before a race.
Yeah, he's
But
crazy.
yeah, I'd say
Um,
Ventura or Steel are pretty good.
and I think we can both agree. We all know who's coming second. That is the Uber Elite. He's already guaranteed second. Um,
Well, he's always getting second because no one plays SSF, right? There were no good players in the SSF league, and now we got a bunch of trade league people, coming through. So I don't know if we'll actually even get second this time.
well, that's the thing. I actually feel like I don't think Uber Elite actually races. I think he's just a really hardcore gamer, and this is just his
Yeah,
normal
that's true.
pace.
That's true.
Like
Yeah,
I
it's his normal
remember,
pace. I think he just
yeah,
really enjoys the builds he plays.
yeah. I
I
think
can
he
agree with
just
that.
goes
Yeah.
hard. Like I see him like at the end of the league, he's like 506 hours into a stream. He's like, oh, I'm just playing the game, man.
Yeah, it's good. You see him like playing Grim Dawn, like right before the league started. Like he doesn't need any practice. Like he's just a gamer, dude.
Yeah,
He's gonna rely on his like his gaming senses.
yeah.
It's
No,
good.
I think Uber Elite's really awesome. I
Yeah,
remember
same.
watching like the race. When I was commenting on Uber Elite, and I was like, he's just playing the game, he's not racing. And he still
Yeah,
like finishes like
exactly.
second or third. It was great.
Yep.
There's so many people, I can't believe it. And like, do you
Yeah.
feel league starters are gonna be different from like SSF to Trade League? Like, would you do
It's
that like very
if you're
differently?
trying to go like super fast, like if you're zooming, Trade League or SSF, you're basically playing SSF, like because if you're at the forefront of progression, you can't really buy gear, right? You're the one player that's going to be finding all the like the GG items to salt everyone else. So it's going to be the same in my opinion. It might be a little bit more limited in SSF because it's harder to get like some cheap items like one
Mhm.
elk, two elk items and stuff you might need for your build, but overall it's going to be very similar, I'd say.
Do you think there's gonna be like any special ways in the temple to get a headhunter?
Ancient orbs.
Oh yeah. Wait, no,
So
no. There's
no?
no
What do
nemesis.
you mean? Oh, no nemesis.
So I
Oh,
think I
hmm.
did think if I remember from Ziggy's video, I think they mentioned that there is a cross league temple.
Really?
Yeah. So besides
And you can
divination
chance
cards,
items in it?
obviously. No, but I think there was like
Oh.
one that like just drops like a unique from a different league, if I remember. I mean, obviously like there's div cards,
Yeah.
but like aside from that.
Yeah. Other than farming like burial chambers for like a couple days,
Yeah.
don't really. Yeah, I don't really see how you're gonna get it unless there's something we just don't know, right? About the temple. It's hard to say.
How do you feel about the fact that there is no nemesis? I like it.
Well, does it really matter for us? Like, it's more of a trade league thing, right? Like, it
Yeah.
helps trade league people get headhunter faster. For
Well,
SSF, it's
I
whatever.
feel like my biggest like problem or thing I don't like about SSF is that it is more RNG based. Like I like that it's solo,
Yeah.
but it's also the fact that for like say it was solo with trade, right? So you had to play alone, but you could trade with other people.
Yeah.
Then there's not that much RNG. Like you might get slightly luckier one day, but like say we were both tryharding to get a headhunter,
Mhm.
then one of us might have it in 3 days, but the other one will have it in 5. Like there's not going to be so much RNG there. But for example, say
That's a
Nemesis
pretty big
was
difference.
on
3
now,
and 5 days.
right? But what I'm saying is that that's more about knowledge. Whereas
Right.
say I
Right.
get a headhunter day 2 now, that's GG as long as I don't die.
Well, is it though? Honestly, don't think Headhunter is that good without like the crazy double beyond stuff. So Headhunter is also like, it's like a Ferrari, right? Or a Lamborghini or whatever expensive car you want to name. You know, it's really expensive to buy and it's really expensive to maintain. Headhunter also comes with the cost of like double beyonding or just beyonding every single map. So you can't really do that in SSF.
That's true.
Straight League you can.
That's true. That is a big difference. It is still pretty nice without like I don't like Inspired Learning without Beyond, but Headhunter without Beyond is still like it's noticeable difference.
I kind of think Bisco's build might be better though, just because like the move speed, it's pretty good. The percent
you can
damage,
get Rampage on gloves,
very consistent.
Though.
That is true. That is true.
Like you don't
need to do both. Yeah, but like then you lose Insanity gloves, so there's a trade-off here and there.
Yeah, I mean, are you gonna get Insanity gloves though?
I think it's way more likely to get Insanity gloves and Bisco's belt than Headhunter and something else.
Yeah, that's true. So what are you gonna be chancing?
Nothing. I'm saving all my chance orbs just for the early Xana stuff, and then after that, probably just holding on to them, turning them into scours. That's it. Yep.
You're not gonna be chancing like Color Brotherhood?
Did not think about that. Maybe. Probably not. Probably not. Because like, I think I'm gonna need currency. I want to roll my maps really nice. So that's one thing I learned from our last trade league push. Like consistently doing like 20, 30 pack size maps actually makes a big difference versus like the Elk and Go occasionally doing like 15, 16 pack size. So it's worthwhile to reroll your maps even in SSF.
But not that early though.
Not that early. That's true. That's true. It's more like the late game push.
Yeah, I don't think I'll be rerolling.
Yeah, if I'm eating, I might reroll a bunch of maps at that time. So.
So what tier do you think you're gonna care about the rolls on your maps? Because that'll probably be Alkingering at least until tier 10.
Yeah, I think that's mostly for 15, 16, maybe 14. It depends what I'm doing, right? I honestly don't know. I don't think I'm gonna do the T16 strat. Like right now, I'm just thinking about it. I don't think I'm gonna do it because it seems too risky. So I probably won't. So probably 14 and up. Oh, and then what chat just said, Asteroid drops the divination card for 2 Sun Rings, I think, unique ones. So you can get the Call of the Brotherhood that way. And there's no other rings anymore, so it's not really a downside. It's a very nice map. Better than Waste Pool, in my opinion.
And we get barracks, which is nice.
Yep.
For leveling new characters and stuff. Yeah.
Oh, if you're playing self, let's say you want to switch to self-caster, you get the barracks ring, gives you leech against frozen and shocked enemies. That's pretty good.
That is
true. So it gives you a lot of options farming Asteroid.
I can't see self-cast like beating totems though.
I kind of see it, but like I kind of don't see it. It's like until we have 2 people playing at the exact same time and you have your PoE racing up, like who knows, right? Like no one knows. Like who has better gear? Maybe one guy has like a bit more attack speed nodes. Maybe one guy's like dropping life to go faster. There's just so many like things and variables here. It's really hard to say. Like maybe you're at a point where we don't need to loot, so totems lose that advantage. It's a hard question. I don't know what's better.
It just
totems are definitely better early on, but late game,
I guess.
I don't know, man.
I don't know, man. I don't agree. I think totems just seems insane. With the new cast. You drop one down.
That's pretty good.
That's
pretty good.
I'd say dropping one totem is half the time it takes to do one Sunder. Because you are stuck in multi-strike. Nearly everyone at endgame, even while they're using faster attacks, it's like that's long.
That's true. Yeah.
And like
here's a question about totem builds in particular. So I know, the build you linked me, you don't get all the placement speed nodes. I was thinking about even getting all the placement speed nodes on Hierophant. What are your thoughts on that? Just go even faster, just like inch everything out, maybe even drop a bit of life, right? So when I played Totem Harbinger, I played with like 7k effective. And then once I realized I was like, I didn't have a chance of winning like rank 1, I just respec'd to 9k and dropped some damage for life.
So the thing is, the last time I played Hierophant, I didn't. Actually, I had all the nodes, and my chat was like, "Why do you have all the placement speed nodes when you're Hierophant?" And I was like, "Because placement speed's amazing." They were like, "Try without them." So I unspec'd them, and I was like, "Oh, I didn't notice anything." So it kind of feels like there's like so heavy diminishing returns, where it's more like the difference between 90 and 93% or something.
That's true. That's true.
Like you just like how much do you actually get? I can't even check right now, but it's a lot of placement speed you already get just for being Hierophant.
That's true. And picking up dual totems can get 15 on the way as well.
Yeah. I definitely don't like the node up with like Elementalist. I don't like that node at all. I feel like
Yeah,
generic damage just isn't good enough when you can get crit multi instead.
exactly. Yeah.
And then the only node I would consider growing would be Totemic Seal, like to the bottom of Scion. Like I would consider maybe having that. But what the
Is that
fuck
the
do
one
I
to the
drop?
left or the right
Left.
of the sign? Yeah, I think that's good because you're probably gonna path by it, and then yeah, for 4 points, it's pretty good. Yeah.
Oh no, that's Totemic Mastery. I'm talking about the one under it.
Oh,
Because that one has crazy placement speed.
that's true, and it has some cast speed on it too. Yeah, I can see it. Yeah, but like the other one's like just right there. It's 4 points, right? And it gives you damage too because you
Yeah,
cast speed.
and
So
cast speed. Yeah, it's not bad. It gives you life too.
yeah, it's good.
It's hard. Like
Yeah, it's hard. Like I have a feeling like once my character's going, I'll probably end up dropping life nodes. That's usually what I do with my builds. Like I'll play like pretty tanky, pretty balanced, like early on for going some speed. On the higher level I go, like each level I just drop a life node and spec it into more clear speed. So like by 99, I've dropped like 7 life nodes, but made it up in base life. So
right. That's the other thing as well. I did specifically balance my build for doing tier 16s. That's why I'm so
that's
tanky.
true. Yeah,
So
I'll
I
probably drop a bit. Yeah.
yeah. Like and the nice thing is like this either way it's gonna be such a great choice until 95 and then we can reevaluate what we do then.
Yeah, exactly.
The only thing I'm scared about is I'm using arc from level 1 and I don't know how it's gonna
Ooh.
go.
They could just Firestorm, right? I'm probably gonna go Firestorm, switch to Flame Blast totems at like 28, like for lab, and then after lab, I'll just socket and arc, socket and Flame Blast totems. What's doing better? Let's go from there. I imagine
Yeah,
arc's gonna be pretty good, but
I
no
wanna
idea.
have a freezing pulse and I'll probably
Oh,
grab
I'm
a
gonna level one up.
firestorm.
Yeah. Yep.
Oh, arc is level 12, never mind. I meant from level
Ooh.
12. Yeah, I use freeze pulse until then. The problem
Yeah.
is arc got 105% more single target. That's a lot.
Yeah. You actually think it's gonna do good single target damage like early on?
Yeah.
Like let's say normal lab, for example. Like you're at 28, you don't really have damage nodes. Your tree is just like indent, dent, dent, dent.
Well, I'll be 2 totems in normal lab, so
That's true.
I'll definitely use arc totems for that.
Over Flame Blast. Like the tried and true, it's pretty good totem.
I mean, I'm gonna be leveling a flame buster.
Yeah, I guess that's true. You'll probably have, well, hopefully you have a 4 link. If not, then you're gonna have at least like 2 or 3 links, I guess. Maybe you want to make a +1 lightning and a +1 fire one just to be safe. That's just kind of annoying having to craft 2+1s early on, right? Because
Well,
usually you craft +1 fire.
I'll only do totems when
No.
I have a 4 link. Although Ambu made a good point in chat with saying it's only 60% damage early on. So yeah, I'll definitely have the other gems there.
Oh, because it doesn't have as many chains, right?
Yeah, I
That's
didn't
true.
think about that.
Yep, it's actually true.
Damn. Well, I don't know. I would love to level with Arc the entire way.
Yeah. Same here. It's like one of my favorite things in PoE is being able to pick your like end game skull like as soon as you get it, like level 1, 12, 28, whatever, and just like take it all the way to 100. It's like my favorite things to do. I hate respecting like 70, 80, 90, or 50, like whatever, right? So yeah, that's like you. I really hope we can use it early on, but we'll see. We'll see.
Yeah, if not, we have like Flame Blast, like you said, and Glacial Cascade and Freeze Pulse are all good options too. Like
Yeah, I'm
we already
definitely
know
taking
that
Freeze
work.
Pulse Jewel. Yeah, what jewel are you gonna take from Innocence? Probably Freeze Pulse, right?
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah. Yeah, just in case, like you die or something.
Yeah.
Well, God forbid, right? But like, sometimes it happens, and you'll have a second one.
That and like okay, so say I decide I want to go Freeze Pulse later, then I have to like level up a new like character anyway for that. However, if I want to do Spark, that only needs 1 jewel. Like you don't want to use 2 jewels with Spark, and you don't even really need 1. Same with like if I for any reason wanted to do EK, that's just 1 jewel too. Like Freezing Pulse is the one where I really need 2. I feel like Frostbolt is very outdated now with the Freeze Pulse buff.
Yeah, it's not that great. So what do you think about Incinerate totems? I think they do release at 8 stacks, or whatever the max stacks are.
It sounds terrible. It sounds like a Vascular.
Okay. You don't think it'll go fast at all? No?
If it has to go up to 8, you'd have to stack
I think it's
much.
5 actually. I think 8 was like with some enchants or something. I don't remember the exact number.
I don't know. Like,
but would you even consider leveling just 1? Like, what if it's like the new OP, right? Because we're gonna figure it out. People are gonna test them all out in standard, be like, "Yo, this thing is amazing. You gotta try this." And
right. So what am I leveling then? I'm leveling Freeze Pulse. I'm leveling Glacial Cascade. I'm leveling Spark. Because that could be a good option is switching for Inquisitor.
Yeah, self-cast spark, yep.
And
Can level
then
arc, obviously. Level flame blast, maybe. Maybe what if Prolif's OP, right? Like
yeah, oh yeah, I was definitely gonna level Flame Blast. So Flame Blast, and then
that's
yeah, I
5.
guess
And
I'll
then
do
he
an
gets incinerate
Incinerate.
6. We'll have the 6 different gems. That's kind of cool.
Yeah, no, that's fine. I like always forget to do that stuff early.
Yeah.
You know something I want to figure out because there is one level I've noticed where you can buy higher gem levels from the vendor than what like you would have like say you leveled that gem from you can buy it.
Yeah.
There is a level where you can buy higher XP.
When is that?
I know that's what I want to figure out. Like
Oh, okay. I
so
don't want to
what
chat. Your
one
homework.
day I want to like check every day and see or like check every level and see how much XP.
Yeah. Yeah,
It
it's good
might be
info.
59 like Neva said.
Yeah, I might be right. So right when you get to Blood Aqueduct, that's a good time to, right? You start basically power farming at Blood Aqueduct, which is going to be around 59. That's a good
Yeah.
point to set up your swap
And like
gems.
something like that could be pretty strong early for farming blood aqueduct. Say, because I remember there was one time I could buy a gem and it was 50% more XP than the one I had, and this was like level 14
Wow,
or 13 gem, and I was like, wow,
that's
that's
huge.
pretty big. Like that's like
Yeah,
at least an hour earlier that I get more damage, or not an hour, but like quite a lot.
yeah, it's big.
I'm so lazy though. I don't want to do it, but I have to.
Yeah,
So like,
well, you gotta do what you gotta do. So
I'm guessing you're gonna be going for a lore weave.
yeah, of course. I actually in my filter I have for unique rings I have like a white border for them just to like make sure I don't skip them. Because sometimes I do skip unique items if I notice it's a bad base. But
Oh
um,
really?
yeah.
That's a habit you gotta get out of quick. You're
Why?
gonna, cause alchemies.
What do you mean alchemies?
Like, there's no flashback. There's no breach.
That's true. That's true.
You're gonna have to pick up every fucking single unique for a while.
Yeah, that's true. Which is, hey, that's why I'm playing totems, man. Lots of time to loot. It's good stuff.
Yep. I
I
wonder
think
if
it'll
we're
be fine.
ever gonna be going back. Like, I have this, like, I have, like, an aversion to, like, leaving the map and banking and going
Yeah.
back in. I can't do that.
I think it's 100% worth it to do that because especially early on, like I will probably be doing that a couple times.
Yeah.
Maybe first couple hours of mapping. Yeah.
I'm probably gonna be doing the same strat I did in Mayhem, where I'm gonna go fairly slow early on, not really care where I am on the ladder, and just make sure I
Yeah.
have set up, and then hopefully just like explode with clear speed.
Yeah. I think it's if that's what you're good at, I think it's a good strategy. I think it's really important since everything's just so new in this league. It's about playing something you're comfortable with.
Mm-hmm.
I'm pretty comfortable with totems, so I'm happy to go like a bit faster. I don't really have any like early game goals. Like so in a trade league, for example, I might say like I want to be at Aqueduct or done acting Katava 5-ish hours in, that have my underground sea shaped and everything. Another 5 or 7 hours after that. But now I'm just thinking I don't really have those like middle game goals or like mid game goals. I'm just thinking of my end game goal. I want to be at least like 90, 92, 20, like 24 hours from league start. I'm hoping I hit it, but we'll see.
I'm gonna guess you'll be 90.
Yeah, I have a feeling I'm gonna go a bit slower just because it's SSF environment. It's a lot different. We do a lot more looting, a lot more inventory management. So I'll probably be a bit lower. I want to at least like 90 is like my break point. If I'm not 90, I'm like, what am I doing with my life? Yeah, obviously I'm not that bad, but like
Yeah. No, I
90
feel
is like
it.
my minimum.
So I'm glad you brought up a point there in your sentence where you said shape maps. So do you feel
Yeah.
like you're going to be shaping different maps now without Eldering? Because before I
Yes.
felt
Yes.
very forced to have like everything like in like, oh, I can Eldering all of these, but I don't feel that
Yeah.
anymore.
Yeah. So Estuary, it's like on the opposite side of the map. Definitely doing that. I think I'll probably be doing Toxic Sewer. So let's see, Toxic Sewer, T10, T11, Underground Sea. Obviously, unless like people find out it's like nerf, then who knows? I don't know if I'll do a T12. I probably won't, but eventually, like 98, 99, I will add a T12. Probably Rampart since that goes into Armory. Probably do
Yeah.
Armory, Estuary, and then Belfry.
Is there any nice 12s? There's not really, is there? Lava Chamber is not awful.
I
Just
mean, I
for the
guess it's
six
okay with
things.
totems, right? Because you can put the totem through the doors, the prison cells, whatever you want to call them. I
Yeah.
guess that's okay.
It's I would only do it for the 16 cards. Like I don't
Yeah.
like Tribunal's not a bad map, but I don't like the div cards there.
Got chavs, got low life totems.
Like, and Residence has nice type cards, but I think there's like
Residence is not a
34.
good clear. Oh,
Yeah,
in
it's
my
like
idea.
34, 35 monsters in there. Maybe 36 if you're lucky.
Damn, that's pretty bad.
Not actually that few, but still.
I know,
Um,
I know.
it's like no good tier 7. And are you doing Armory tier 13 then?
Yeah, definitely. I think it's a good map.
Yeah.
It's not like your XP pushing map, but it's like, yo, I gotta make some money right now. I can go some armories map.
See, I actually feel like Infested Valley is sleeper OP. Um, the thing I'm
But the
worried
boss
about,
though,
well, the thing I'm worried about is the Armory crash.
that's true. We don't know if that's fixed.
Well, yeah, exactly. And I crashed 15 to 35 times in Armory last league. I know Marty died to it several
Marty
times.
died to it. Apparently Crayburn died to that as well, who's like apparently higher level glad than Marty at the time. So it is
Yeah.
something to think about.
That's like
What
the
about the
only
boss?
reason. Like, if the Armory crash didn't exist, I'd be like, oh yeah, I'm doing Armory.
Yeah.
The thing is, like, Infested Valley in a group, it was very unplayable. Like, it was kind of
Yeah.
laggy. But solo, it should be fine. Unless they've changed the monsters. Like, it had a lot of monsters last time I was in there. But that might have changed too.
Yeah, it's really hard to say. Like no one knows, right? It's not on the patch notes. I haven't seen any mentions about density, so
Yeah.
who knows?
And then, yeah, tier 9 is Estuary, easy choice, especially for us since
Yeah.
all the Brotherhood.
Exactly. Yeah, it's pretty good. And you know, the respite, I think. No, it's grip. Grip is the one for if you want to go self cast.
I think if I get a tier 16 though, then I
Probably you're
will.
gonna stay totems. Yeah.
Well, yeah, but I would also be doing Waste Pool instead of Estuary.
Yeah. Is this like your quick XP push? It's not that good without Sextons though. There really is like no mobs in there. I did mob counting last week. There's like 400
500?
mobs there or something. Yeah,
Oh.
maybe 500. It's
Yeah, but
pretty
it's so
bad.
fast to do it.
It is fast XP per hour,
And
but
that's the thing, like, when you have tier 16s, you get so many map drops.
yeah, that's true. It's not a bad idea. Yeah, it's
So the
yeah. In your
only.
scenario, I could see it. I could see waste pool,
Yeah,
but you're not
so
playing KB though, or like a
that's
speedy boy
true.
build. I
That
think
is true.
an open layout like Estuary with like arc chains and stuff might be better, in my opinion.
I see that. I see that. It's a lot of choices. Like, and
Yeah.
I feel like I'm gonna learn a lot doing SSF this league if I want to do it
Oh,
in the
it
future
definitely
too.
teaches a lot. Yeah, it teaches you a lot about the game playing SSF, especially trying to go fast in SSF. You learn a lot. So I'm looking forward to that too. Should be
Yeah.
exciting.
That's something I am very, very curious about is what am I going to do as tier 16? Because Underground C has so many good things for it. It's got great density.
Yeah.
The boss doesn't leave a corpse.
Yeah,
The boss
really
is
good.
easy, and you get alchemies and you get rings. So Underground
Mhm.
C, amazing, really good choice. However, Cells has 200 to 300 more monsters. That is pretty big, and it drops the headhunter cards.
Shaped cells or elder cells?
Elder
Which one?
Cells, shape does
Ooh.
nothing. I'll be shaping Cells no matter what.
Wait, actually?
Oh yeah,
T9?
yeah.
Wait,
No, it's 8.
really?
Yeah,
T8 to wait, what?
it's OP. It's so many monsters.
Okay.
I've like been testing it.
I mean, but with the layout though, it's
It's horrible layout.
yeah, it's like horrible. Like you're not playing Queen of the Forest. If playing Queen of the Forest, I could kind of see it,
Yeah.
but you're gonna like keep on shield charging the doors,
You
and
have
you're
to
like
flame dash.
your flame dash is on cooldown because you're going like so fast, and this is a official yikes in my opinion. I don't know. I'm worried for you now. Not gonna lie.
Well, it's literally only because of the density. Like, I'm not going to be getting
Yeah.
that many tier 16s. So if I get like
Yeah.
5 to 7 returns on the cells and only like 4 on an Underground C,
Yeah.
that's the only reason I'm considering it. Like, I didn't realize how many more monsters there are, and that's obviously because the map is so shit.
Right. I guess early on for sustain, sure, why not? But I don't know, man. By the time you get to the point where you're sustaining max, you're probably
Oh yeah.
running P10s, 11s.
Oh, definitely. No,
I don't know if it's worth it.
this is definitely just for like building map pool kind of
Yeah.
stuff.
Yeah. I guess I can see it. If it's only your T8 early on, sure.
Mhm.
End
Well,
game on your build in particular, I don't know. Not a fan.
that's
Definitely
the
would not
thing.
make
The
it to
stuff
16.
I was testing it with a movement speed build, and if it didn't,
True.
like, the thing that puts me off it is the doors.
Yeah.
Like, if it was like, even with all the shitty cages and stuff, if it didn't have the doors, it would be like
Yeah.
the default best map.
Mm-hmm. Also, you have to think about the boss. She's pretty spooky with some hard damage mods.
Yeah, I don't know. Like I feel
Persona
like
Gun C, Merville, pretty
yeah,
good.
that's true. But I feel like a lot of the bosses don't scale that well with being shaped or eldered. I don't feel like
Yeah,
they get like beefed up that much.
right.
Like I wouldn't say that tier 16 cells is the same as a Hydra, for example.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's true. It's definitely gonna be easier. And you said a ball arc does like what, 400k per totem, or is that in total?
Yeah, no, like in total, yeah. But that was with a bright peak though.
Yeah, it should be able to handle.
Ideally, I would like to get some tier 6 elders, killing them, and getting a Shimmeron or two. And that as a
Yeah.
weapon swap would be insane to just insta the boss.
Yeah, it's been pretty crazy until. Is it when you get hit or when you use a movement skill? How does that work exactly?
How does what work? The Shimmeron mechanic?
Shimmeron, yeah, the
It's
degen.
oh, you never get it as totems. It's if you do a crit strike.
Ah, okay, okay.
And obviously, we're not going to be using like Orb
Yeah,
Storm,
exactly.
so
Right. Makes
so
sense.
it's pretty great. That's why they're so crazy for both traps and
Yeah.
totems. And yeah, I don't know. I don't know what else if I'll even bother with another weapon swap. I could do like 2 crazy 1s or scepters if I find that, but that's something I'm gonna like try to remember to keep as I'm leveling.
Yeah. If anything, maybe just have like one scepter in your inventory. You get to the boss, just swap it really fast or something.
Hmm.
I think that's the most I would do. Just not a bad idea for bosses.
Yeah, and I can
Ideally, you
still
don't
level
want to.
gems in those too. Like, there's no reason that I need specific gems in that.
It's true.
I have my movements. I'll just not have my shield charge, for example, for the boss.
Yeah. Makes sense.
And you also kind of makes it scary if abyssal jewels if I have like shield bell jewels, but I'll probably just have regular jewels, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna use regular jewels. I don't think abyss jewels are abyss jewels that good on like a elemental caster build? Do you really need the base damage? Like, what's a pog champ abyss mod for caster?
Okay, so if
I
you
can't
get
think of
tier
one.
1 flat added dispels, crit multi,
Crit multi sounds nice.
and high flat life, that's pretty beefy.
How much flat spells do you got? Like, do you know?
Oh, I can't remember without having it up. It is pretty
Okay.
beefy. It is pretty beefy. What
Yeah.
tier 15 are you gonna do actually? I'm thinking Belfry.
Belfry.
Yeah.
100%. Chaos orbs, like, come on, you're gonna need that for Beyond.
Yeah.
I hate how they made Beyond for Chaos. I Chaos, but Beyond is also pretty good, so I understand.
I
For
hate
Chaos.
how they did Fortune Favors the Brave 4C. I think
Oh, I think that might be a bug, but I'm not too sure about that. Or a typo, sorry.
yeah, I hope so. Like I think they should make it even cheaper. I wouldn't mind that being 2C and then having something bad in there. Oh, it is 3C.
Yeah. There you go. Yeah, it would not
Awesome.
make sense to be 4C.
Yeah,
Makes no sense at all. Yep.
that's awesome. I wouldn't mind if there was something negative there as well as something. Obviously, like a lot of them are really good. So I can't remember. Is
Mhm.
Onslaught in this league?
Ooh, I actually don't think so.
Let's see.
I'm
I
not too sure.
have. Oh, actually, this doesn't
Let's
load
see.
anymore, does it?
Load up the patch notes real quick. Take a sneak peek.
Oh, Invasion's in there. Okay, yeah. So there is something
Yeah,
bad.
there's
Never
a
mind.
bug,
Oh, Invasion's so nope.
yeah. It's not bad, right? It's kind of like a sextant. Is it really that bad?
Well, there's only one bad invader left.
Shrapnel better, right? So
Yeah, it insted me last time. Did you see
Yeah.
my SSF death?
Pretty spooky. Yeah. Yeah, I saw
Oh,
it. It was pretty bad. I remember just like making loud noises whenever we would find him in a map.
yep.
So
Oh, it's scary. I mean, the thing is, like,
yeah.
they all used to be that scary. So
Hmm.
I remember I actually quit Invasion League because
Ooh.
I got to like level 50, 60 or something on day
Yeah.
one, and I was like pretty like dedicated casual back then. And I got that like leap dude leapt on me and one shot me, and I was
Oh,
like,
spine snap.
yeah,
Yeah,
Spine Snap leapt on me.
degen. He hits really hard, and he has crazy chaos degen. I remember that.
Yep.
That was some good stuff.
Then
man.
I died.
enjoyed drinking the tears of all the rips that week. It was
I
good
was
stuff.
so sad. Then I leveled back up
I
to
was
like
so
level
happy.
30. I died to him again.
Oh my
And I got to Mudflats. I died to him again. And I literally
Oh my
like flipped my keyboard and I was like, fuck this shit. I didn't play for like months.
That's hilarious. That's
Oh, I
actually
was so
hilarious.
upset, dude. That was not fun.
Yeah.
What number are you in the
That's
queue,
like
by the
me.
way?
I think I was like 400 or something. 413. It was OP. I like just started my stream and like Freak's like, yo, queue up. I'm like, oh really? Bam, in. He's
Yeah.
like 92 or something. So
I had the same thing. I was sitting here like
pretty great.
listing my new beginner guides on YouTube, and then people are like queue up, and I'm like, oh shit, the patch is ready. So I started
I saw that
patching.
too. I had you open my other monitor. I saw you started.
Yeah,
Feels bad. So what are you at? Like 2000 or something?
2,835.
Feels bad. Race is over, man.
I
You
know.
can't win
I
now.
know. I
It's
think
impossible.
that's like the weirdest thing that like yeah, people are like, oh, the race is over because you're like even like 5 hours behind me, nothing. Like I don't
Yeah.
think. What's the last time a race has been really close?
In SSF or
Yeah,
just in
I
general.
guess I mostly paid attention to
Not too
trade
sure.
league, where it's usually been
There was
like
that really close trade league race, right? It was like Sparrog with Gucci
yeah,
and stuff, and then there was like the Vok team, and then there was like one other team, like French team, I think.
yeah, you're
Apparently that was
right.
like three-way race to like level 100, like within like 20 mil or something, all the way to like the very end. So that's pretty crazy. But other than that, it's always been like super spread out, and you knew who's gonna win like a day or two beforehand.
Hmm. Yeah, it's gonna be really interesting, especially with
Yeah.
deaths and like the new mechanic. You wonder how like rippy the new mechanic's gonna be, or if
Yeah,
something's bugged. Like,
that's true. That makes me think, do I really want to drop life nodes to go like become a speedy boy? Maybe I just want to, get big, get thick.
well, like
So
especially in bestiary,
yeah.
I was one of the first people to go into the. I was the first person to go into the spider. Funmus? Yeah, that's it. And then my
Right.
client crashed and kept me in game for 3 seconds. I could have easily
Oh my
died
god.
there.
Oh my god. That spider hits so hard. Like I did it with like crazy high chaos res and I still like got chunked to like 40% on like or like not 40, like 20% on like an 8k, 9k HP character with like, crazy regen, right? So
Well, yeah,
yeah,
no,
she's
and I
nuts.
was saying, like, all the way until the nerf, I was saying that the most dangerous thing in the game was Uber Elder and then Venomous. And then obviously they nerfed it loads.
Oh wow. That's pretty
Well,
funny
like, I
actually.
felt so comfortable with everything else because I'd done Shaper
Yeah,
so much and shit, and it's like, you have lots of room, but this, like, tiny room with the poison doing,
exactly.
like, 90% damage per second, and then, like, if
Yeah.
you, like, when the magma orbs were a new mechanic, I, like, almost panicked into them, and I don't know if you've seen the video of Shinra, like, panicking into them. Um, so it's like, yeah, it's pretty
Yeah.
rippy.
Yeah, it's definitely some scary stuff, especially the new mechanics.
So I can,
Oh,
like,
here's a question.
Mhm.
So you said you're gonna farm Elder, like for Shimmerons. You
Yeah.
really think that's worth it? Like, how are you gonna get XP
If
at the same time?
if I am doing, well, I mean, it'll take me what 8, 10 minutes to do an elder. I'm doing the
What about
maps
the downtime
anyway.
though?
Oh, I'm
The
doing the
downtime when
maps
you're doing
anyway.
guardians and stuff.
Right,
True,
that's
I
what I mean.
guess.
Like I'm getting XP from the map itself anyway,
Yeah,
and like yeah, like the elder or guardians themselves don't take that long time, especially if I have a lot of damage.
exactly.
Um, I think I would only do that if I've decided that I'm going for Shaper because I that's the only time
Right.
where I will need that much damage.
Yeah, that's true. That's actually true. But you can always just respec, to like maybe Dark Pact or like whatever, right? Like here, that's just another gem you might want to level up. Maybe you want Dark Pact too. So
Yeah, and as I said, I only want to do tier 6 plus elders, and then you
yeah.
also have the added incentive of what if I get a really good Watcher Sign? What if
What
I,
if? What if, guys?
yeah, well, what if I get like a Clarity one for additional 10% mom?
Yeah.
Or what if I get like one of the Aura ones, or I don't know, something.
Hmm.
That could be pretty
Sorry, I was
big.
emphasizing what if there just because when I was doing the filter yesterday, we're going through every single definition card, and I had a what if tier, which is like, what if you turn in the retro card and get a headhunter? So I put like stuff like that in there. So I put a comment like represented, you might want to change this and hide these cards, but like I have a lot of
Nice.
what if cards. So
Yeah,
so
I'm pretty open with my cards, so like keep most
yeah.
of them on the filter unless I have like a crazy rare one.
Yeah, same here. I've
I'm
been a bit more
excited.
restricted this time though, but most of them are just like the crappy ones, or so to speak, just like they show but just no sound.
Yeah, that's fine. I'm excited that my card is in the game now.
Oh, the Undisputed. I love the name. I love it.
Undisputed.
It's
Um,
really good.
yeah, I'm happy. I wonder where, like, so for those of you who don't know, you don't get to decide where it drops, what kind of rarity it has. I didn't get to
Yeah.
decide how many cards there was either. So you don't have that much control over it. So if
Yeah.
someone finds it, please let me know where it is. I would love to.
You're gonna get trolled so hard. Yo, it drops in level 1 Twilight Strand. I'll feel
Yeah.
this goes in for hours or 20 hours. You lied to me.
Yeah, like, I would
You're gonna get
love
trolled
for it
really
to drop
hard.
off the Shaper Trash.
I think it'd be pretty cool because that drops nothing, right?
I
Which is
hate
kind
that.
of weird.
I hate it.
Yeah.
Because it's like the perfect thing. I get that they want to encourage people to skip it to like
Right.
get back to the Shaper fast, but
Mhm.
that should be the opposite thing. It should be more like the Chamber of Greed in one of the races, where it's
It's Chamber of
going.
Greed.
It's in like Descent, where there's a Chamber of Greed drops loads of
Ah,
loot, but you
okay.
start taking damage over time. So I think this is
Ooh, that's
the
pretty
same. Like
cool.
yeah, sure, you can kill the trash and get lots of loot and XP,
Yeah.
but the Shaper's going to be higher health for the next stage.
But it doesn't fit thematically though. It's like Shaper's recovering, right? And you're supposed to like race back to him, and he just threw you like somewhere randomly to like waste your time, right? So
Yeah, but that's the thing. Like, if you're greedy, you get more loot, but you have like
that's
more
true.
danger.
That's true. There's a trade-off here.
Yeah, I like stuff like that. I always like choices. That's important
Yeah,
to me.
choices are good.
What about you? Have you thought about making a div card?
Uh, Honestly, I haven't. I actually have a unique that was gifted to me by
Hmm.
like a friend I used to play with like 4 or 5 years ago. Like played with him on my very first 100. I haven't decided yet. I was thinking about doing something with Beyond. So originally, when we have league stones, I was thinking about making a unique league stone, and it would like level up, right?
Oh.
And like it would like only drop off a Baxoth, and back then league stones expired after 5 charges. So I would make it so to refill your charges on the league stone, you'd have to kill any Beyond boss or something,
Oh.
and then after like killing 1,000 Beyond bosses, it would level up to like some super special crazy league stone, and it'd have like a 1% chance or whatever chance to spawn Uber Baxoth or something.
Uber backs would be so cool. I wish
Yeah,
there
it's
was
like an
more stuff like
actually like
that.
crazy Baxoth that will like you see him and you're just like holy shit, like, and you can't run away and just make it crazy, dude. So
That
that was
sounds
kind of my
amazing.
idea. I haven't really talked to them in like maybe 5, 6, 8 months, but maybe I'll message them like when there's some free time about that.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like,
Something with Uber Baxoth Beyond though. That's what
it's
I want to
so
do.
hard to like come up with something that would be like
Yeah.
hard enough.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah,
like,
it's really hard.
a friend of mine, Wildrose, was like, "Hey, do you want to like design a unique?" And I was like, "Yeah, sure, but I want to think about it." I'm still thinking about it because I don't want to do something bad.
Yeah, it's really hard to make something because you want to kind of have your like permanent mark on the game, right? So it's always a fight between like how much power can I give to my item versus how much power is healthy for the game. The devs are like, yeah, let's tone it down. You're like, no, no, let's add more. So it's hard.
Like, no, I want to
I want
buff it.
more. We want less. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I actually like I bought a lot of like the support like the $20 supporter pack, so I can actually like
Yeah.
upgrade to a divine card for only 400. So I might
Ooh,
get another one.
that's pretty good.
Thinking about it.
Other card or unique?
Yeah, another card. You actually can't buy uniques anymore.
Oh, right, because that was like a lot of work and they're like losing money. I remember that.
Yeah,
Right.
to buy a div card, I think it's you have to own one $600 supporter packs or $400 supporter packs, and like it totals
Right.
up to $1,000.
That's pretty cool.
And just
What do you think of the
thinking.
new divination cards they just added?
So I am very against boss unique divination cards. I feel like
Yeah.
boss drops should be boss drops to like
Yeah, same.
be an added incentive, and like I also feel like they don't give that much to SSF or like if you're solo anyway. Like for example, if we're playing SSF now, we're not likely to get like a Starforge or a Disfavor solo by solo farming that, and that's not the problem.
You farm enough of backshots, man. You never know. We
Oh
farmed one last league in Trade League.
yeah,
Only took
I
200s,
was
but
pretty lucky.
yeah,
But the problem I have with that is that they drop so often from diviner boxes. I would be
that's
happier
true.
if they couldn't drop from diviners. Like I don't mind so much that a serious disfavor drops in hologram masters. That is really hard. Like if you can do
Right,
hologram masters, you yeah.
right.
Also the void card makes this a little bit messed up too, in my opinion.
Yeah. But I think Void's fine. It's like probably weighted, right? It's not
Oh
like
yeah, no,
likely to get the OP.
it is very weighted, so that is cool
Okay,
too. But
right.
my problem is just there's so many players there, especially in trade league, and we're all opening diviners. So like
Right.
there because of that, there is a large influx of Starforges and Disfavors that wouldn't
Hmm.
necessarily exist, and I'm not a big fan of that.
Yeah,
Like
I mean,
even just things like, for example, Aziri's Promise, right? Aziri's Promise is
right.
such a strong item. Like it's ridiculously strong. Like it could be the rarest item of Aziri, and we'd still be using it and going like, yeah, wow, this is ridiculously good. Like the only reason it's so
Really? The
cheap is,
flask?
oh yeah, Aziri's Promise, especially for something say Blade Vortex. It's insane.
I guess. I
And Chaos
mean,
Rest and Leech.
I haven't used it in ages, so maybe that's why I don't really see the power. I've always like had another flask I would rather use, so
Hmm.
I don't know. It's a hard one.
I don't know. I
Maybe.
feel like boss drops should be boss drops in my opinion.
Yeah, that's true. So here's so I want to counter. Well, we don't really know where they drop, right? So the Watcher's Eye card. What if it only drops off of Elder?
Right, that's fine.
So it might be fine. Like maybe they've already thought about
But no,
that.
but it'll still drop off diviners. That's my entire problem with it.
Are there any cards that are restricted? Like they can't drop off diviners?
No. So
Well,
and
hopefully
like
this is
so
the first one.
so this
Hopefully.
is maybe. So this is something I feel like doesn't really benefit SSF players, but just adds such an influx of boss drop cards in
Yeah.
trading. So
Yeah, okay, then I'm kind of leaning towards your side of the argument then. It's like not the best. Boss drops should be boss drops, you know? Like, hey, I want Starforge, I want Watcher's Eye. Let me go farm this boss type of thing.
yeah.
So I think I agree with you there.
And it is still really rare. It's not something like that on an individual basis you're likely to farm, but we're so many people. That's the entire problem with it. And something I always love in games is when boss drops are like they're special. Like wow, I managed to kill this boss, and you feel so rewarded.
Oh
Whereas
yeah, it's awesome. Like you're like super nervous, like doing all your preparations, going through your for the boss, and like you finally kill it. It's like so exciting, yeah.
yeah,
But then it's like, oh, I could have just farmed like 100 maps and gotten it.
exactly.
So
Like, and
why
that's
did
the
I
other
do
thing.
this?
I'm pretty sure there was a divine card Starforge up before Shaper was killed on Hardcore this thing, and I'm like, really? That's a bit shit.
Yeah, it's pretty bad. Not gonna lie.
Like that's
Pretty
the
bad.
stuff I don't like. Cause like for example, say there's been some leagues where like I haven't even been able to kill Uber Zeri, and like only Dan has. There was one league where Dan was the only person killing Uber Zeri, and he should
Right.
get rewarded for that. That should be like, well, okay, yeah, you, congrats. Shouldn't be like, okay,
Yeah.
well, let's farm diviners instead.
Yeah, it's not the best decision. Well, you brought it up now. Now we know. You know, they heard the feedback. The devs pretty good at listening, I feel, and engaging with the community. So
Yeah, the
maybe they'll make
communication.
divination cards or drop them or stop them. Sorry, from dropping from diviners.
Yeah, it's only the
It's an
boss ones
option.
that are a problem, in my opinion. I love
Yeah.
things like the shavs, and I'm not a big fan of the headhunter one actually. But anyway,
Yeah, it's. I think it's fine. I don't know.
yeah,
It's all right.
it's alright. But
It's
yeah,
all right.
they've been crazy good with communicating lately. Like especially
Yeah.
like the last 6 months, it's been like such a step up. Really been enjoying it. I think like something
Yeah.
I would like more would be like server announcements for boss drops.
Yeah, it's
Or
I always
sorry,
found that
boss
really
kills.
odd. They're just like more yellow text, more like,
Yeah.
yo, this community is badass or something. Not badass. They won't say that in their yellow text, but like I'll be reading, but like, yo, man, it's badass, dude. This guy just killed this boss, or this guy was the first raider to 100 or something. You know, this guy died level 93, like whatever, right?
Yeah.
Like cool stuff to like build up the community. I think that stuff's always cool.
I feel like any level 100 could get a global announcement. Like
Yeah, I
that's a
can agree
big
with
deal.
that.
Like, it's not gonna happen. Like you're not gonna get spammed with people getting level 100.
Yeah, exactly.
So I
That's
don't know.
fine. Just like what? Even in softcore, like how many people get 100 in softcore? Like 200,
Yeah,
500? It's not like an
exactly.
instant, right? It's going to be spread out over the course of the league, right?
Huh?
Same with hardcore. It's going to be spread out. It's a good thing, I think.
Yeah, I
And
just
makes the game just feel like there's a lot of stuff going on and people are still playing too, which is a
yeah,
good
and it
thing.
gives you more sense that you're playing like an M. I feel like PoE feels a lot more like an MMO than
It
an
kind of does,
ARPG
yeah.
because we
Yeah,
have such a great
definitely.
community.
Exactly.
So and like just in general, I kind of I don't like that it's only top 50 for deaths. I feel like it could be percentage based because say like a level
Yeah.
97 plus dies, that doesn't happen that much, and I don't know, it's kind of enjoyable watching people die. I think it's fun. I think it's
Yeah.
funny.
It's good stuff. Rip VODs are always juicy. I can agree with that.
And someone mentioned mirror drops. I actually don't like the idea of mirror drops being announced
I
because
think
you're
it's a bad
gonna.
idea.
I think you're gonna have like, hey there, I'm gonna give you 5 Necropolis maps. I'm too exalted for that mirror. So I don't like that.
Yeah, you profit 35 chaos, right? So it's not the best idea.
Yeah.
Definitely.
The other side of that coin though, if it gave a global announcement, at least you know it's really valuable. So
Yeah.
I guess there's two
That would be
sides to
pretty
it.
cool. If they want to have that, then global announcement. A mirror of Kalandra has dropped. I'm like, OMG, PogChap. So
Oh,
I could
actually,
see it.
that's true. They could be like that. It doesn't say like Havoc 616 has dropped a mirror. It
Yeah,
could just be like a mirror has dropped.
exactly.
I don't know, just like more hype. Like I get so hyped by like community things, and I think it's really cool.
Yeah, same.
Also,
Definitely do that.
apparently 3.3 Path of Building is up for those of you who wants to patch that.
Ooh.
There's so much like that's as I was saying, like community stuff. There's so many like good tools and like good stuff.
Yeah, a lot of cool stuff. Definitely do that.
So with all the changes, were you tempted to do traps or mines at all?
I think, okay, if I was playing Trade League, so let's say me and you were partying up in Trade League, I
Mhm.
probably would have played a Trapper just to like rush like the T16 stuff for us. Then again, they changed it, right? So maybe it's not as important to play single target build. I don't know. But I think in Trade League, I would have played a Trapper because I think I can make that go pretty fast. That's the stuff though. I'm gonna lack the mobility, so I was like, yeah, probably not. I did think about it though. Still kind of am thinking about it, but I'm pretty decided on totems right now.
Yeah. I feel like it is like the way to go. Like when I've been looking at everything, talking to other people, I'm like, it just seems like such an advantage.
Yeah, it is huge single target though. Like you know for a fact you will very easy time with pretty good survivability versus Shaper and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So
And it's something I'll feel comfortable with, and it does have a lot of effective HP. Like I can't take a
yeah,
slam, but I can take at least one ball.
maybe you can take a slam. I don't know. I've taken some slams before on like some no mitigation builds.
If I keep
You never
endurance
know.
charges up, I maybe.
Yeah, it's hard to say. Hard to
Yeah.
say.
And like I think people are like I got shown this picture of Ziri with Arc, and apparently like Arc can hit everything twice or something with the split face.
Yo, that's OP. Sounds
Yeah.
pretty OP actually. Wow.
Yeah, so for traps and mines, that could be pretty big, obviously, because you don't
Yeah.
have to deal with the reflect.
Yeah, I thought about going like arc traps or something, but I feel like totems versus traps, totems always win out, in my opinion.
Hmm.
It's always gonna be faster. The gameplay, like in general, it might have less damage, but the gameplay should be faster.
Yeah, no, for sure. I think, and like, it's just actually enjoyable now, and that was something I
Yeah.
hated before, so.
Mm-hmm.
How long are you planning to go for your first session?
Well, I want to fall asleep probably around somewhere in the evening, right? So I think 24 plus. I want to go to bed around like 8, 9 p.m., right? So I can wake up at a normal time.
Oh,
So probably like 30 hours, I'd say, like from league start.
nice. How long, when
Maybe a
did
bit
you wake
less.
up now?
Uh, 5 hours ago.
Shit.
Or 4 hours ago, actually, 4 hours.
Yeah, I woke up 5 hours ago.
I think we'll be fine though, because there's also like if you wake up too late, you're still gonna be like pretty sleepy. Your body's still waking up.
That's
So
true. And it's the
I've
league
done some
hype.
stuff, like been moving around, got the blood flowing. So I always feel like I'm a lot more alert and awake, if I've just been moving around a bit.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to stay awake like 30 hours in league start.
Yeah. First day is like pretty easy, but like over a long period of time, it's pretty hard. Probably cut that down to like just like some more normal long days, if that makes sense.
I feel like the second day is easier because I get to sleep and then wake up and
Yeah.
instantly start, which is pretty nice.
Yeah, that's always cool. Like you know exactly what you're doing when you're gonna wake up. Adrenaline should be fun.
Yeah. And you don't take like Red Bull or anything, like you just eat
Nope.
and drink healthily.
I actually don't drink coffee like for at least 2 weeks before league start. So just in case I do need coffee, right?
It's
My
super
tolerance is
potent.
yeah, exactly. I need like hardly any, and I can take a lot of it.
Nice.
So I think that's like one of those secret strats, secret pushing strats right there. Take notes.
Yeah, I actually don't know when the last time I had Red Bull was. I drink Coke every day though,
Yeah.
but that means that Red Bull will be pretty nice at least.
I don't think I've had a pop since like grade 5. Been like a healthy boy.
Really?
Yeah.
Jesus. I mean, you do look in pretty good shape as well, so that's good. Being healthy.
Thanks. Yeah. Being healthy is good.
So how are you? Are you excited for if you can hit your sub goal streaming with a camera every day?
Uh, we'll see, man. It's only been going up, so maybe you never know, right? As long as I'm consistent, put the work in, I'm there every day. I think I can. I think we can actually. I should say we, because this is more of a community thing than a me
For
thing,
sure.
right? So
Yeah, for those of you who don't know,
I think it's possible.
Havoc's sub goal, I think it's when you hit 500,
Yep.
is that he's gonna start regularly streaming with a cam. So for those of you who don't know him, I'm gonna link the Twitch link in my chat as well. So
Cool.
that's a good place to use your Twitch Primes to permanently enable camera.
What is Twitch Primes? What does Twitch Prime do? Where do we get it? How do we get Twitch Prime?
I hate this.
I'm sorry.
I hate you. It's nice.
Okay, well, I guess we'll leave them in for now.
Kill me. But yeah, it's good. It's a good thing. I should get
Yeah,
like a button like other streamers have where you just click and
yeah, and like it's the nice commercial, with the ninja face popping up and stuff.
yeah, don't smash it.
My chat's spamming smash it right now. They're smashing it, poggers. That's
Uh,
funny.
I don't know what I'm gonna do with my filter, like, cause I love having my own colors.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess
Well,
I'd,
here's what you can do. You can use my filter, and then I have the whole table of contents, right? And so you can just like literally see what's what color, right? And just go through what's important. You throw it into filter.
filter blade.
I don't know if it works with filter blade, but it works with
Oh,
filtration if you want to do
oh, I
that.
hate filtration.
But
It like bugs out so much for me.
yeah, I could maybe ask Big Soul if he's free, to, like maybe change some of the colors really fast. But yeah, it's an option though.
Yeah.
I
Well,
think my colors are good, but it's up to you.
if
It's all on the
I,
table of contents though.
I
That's
like really colorful stuff, so I don't miss it. If it like
right.
hurts my eyes, then it's good.
Well, I have that for like the GG stuff, like exalts, vines,
Right.
maps that we're running. That's all like purple, really loud, bong noise. Like you're gonna know it drops, right? Then I have like a tier just for like map rolling currency, just like chaos, elk, scours, sextants. I'm actually like mapping divination cards are in the same tier, so like Belfry card, alchemy cards, etc. That's also in there. That's like green for like whatever, like fusings, whatever. Like it's still kind of in your face, but it's not as loud, not as like yo, come pick me up right now, right? I also have another green tier which is like no sound. There's a quick explanation, I guess, if you want to use it. So the option is there.
Thank you.
Spent around 60, 80 hours
I was
working
gonna
on it the
say,
past
like, did you do it completely from scratch or?
basically from scratch. So basically, made a design document. Go, okay, this is what we need in a filter. I looked at my existing filter and then looked at Hippo's existing filter and was like, all right, this is what we need. Then things should be in this order so they don't, they're not in the wrong order, right? So you don't like have messed up colors and stuff like that. So after making the design, it was pretty easy. It was pretty fast. And then there's a lot of just like going over each line. Is this correct? Is that correct? And then my stream was pretty helpful yesterday with like making sure the filters get to go.
That's awesome. I remember I
Yeah.
tried to set up a custom one from scratch, and I was like
Mhm.
40 minutes into it, and I was like, nah.
Yeah, it takes a while. So I had some free time, right? I couldn't exactly practice for the new league. Like I feel like playing an alpha with a timer and like doing all that stuff would be pretty unethical. So that's why I purposely, played builds I wasn't gonna play in the main league on
Yeah.
alpha. So what else can I do, right? POB, filter. I was like, you know what, let's do the filter. I've been saying I was gonna do it for a while. Let's do it now, and it's good.
Yeah, I was gonna play more, but I just got to
Yeah.
level 12, and I was like, I'm really itching to play some Skyrim.
Yeah, yeah, it was really fun playing those random games. Like I enjoyed it. Like
Yeah,
Raft was like pretty
Raft
cool
was
for the
great.
first day. Yeah.
Yeah, the forest was not okay. That was too scary. I did not
Oh
enjoy
really?
that. It was so fucked. Just can't handle
Damn.
scary games.
Yeah.
Oh, I like started hitting the wall and like this like thing that the one of the sensors are standing on. So
Mm-hmm.
meh. But yeah, that's pretty much all the topics we wanted to
Yeah.
cover. I'm just gonna use like the last 40 minutes try to set up my filter before they start.
All right. Cool. Cool.
So thank
Yeah,
you
I'll
so
probably doing
much.
some POB. Yeah, no problem, man. Thank you for having me.
This was episode 3 of Undisputed. Over to the left is my good friend Havoc616. If you don't know him, check him out on twitch.tv/Havoc616. He's got a great 500 sub goal. Make sure you support that. Where else? Like, do you have YouTube? You have Twitter?
Yeah, youtube.com/havoc616. Usually don't update it too often, mostly just for highlights, and then twitter.com/hvc616, just for random thoughts and like whatever, what have you. So yeah, you can reach me there.
I realize now that you're to my right, but like it feels to my
Oh.
left because it's mirrored. So
Yeah,
my other left.
fair enough. It's fine. I'm sure they'll figure it out and they'll have a good time laughing. It's good.
So thanks for everyone watching. We're now gonna continue. I'm gonna do my filter. I'll upload this to YouTube and try to die less than I do.
See you later, guys.
Let's see. Guest capture is off, and now I